and welcome to another episode of the Niche Girls podcast. I'm Kristen.
I'm
Jessie.
Yolanda. Oh man.
Stepping all over each other.
I love
So
it.
excited.
I'm Yolanda. I'm Jessie. I
So
tried.
yes, I'm Kristen and I'm here with Jessie and Yolanda. We are always so excited to get started that we just talk all over each other. So
It's fine.
yeah, it's fine. Before we get started, if you're watching us on YouTube, you can tell that we are talking about Christmas today because Yolanda is all decked out. So yeah, Disney released some news this week about halfway to the holidays, and normally we don't talk about, news topics, but I mean, the holidays are such a big deal at Disney. We figured that we should talk about Halloween and some of the stuff that is happening, and then Christmas and some of the stuff that we want to see, right? Like we are
Yeah.
Disney's target demographic for the most part. So let's tell them what we want, everyone. So we'll put some polls and stories too based on what we talk about after this episode so you guys can weigh in too. So how was everybody's week before we start? Good?
Good. Hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting warm here,
Oof.
but it was
You
good. I
walk
checked out the
outside
new
and
Pass Holder Lounge. Cute. Checked out
yes.
that.
Yeah.
And the new Figgy magnet. He was adorable.
I did get the new figure mag. I don't know how I feel about the new animation style to my main
I
boy,
like him.
but
I think he's cute.
that is why we have different opinions.
I know.
This is why we make great podcasts.
Yeah.
They need to put some respect on Figment's name, but it's fine.
I get it.
We could honestly have a whole episode about Figment and the respect that he deserves. So
I do think the animation style is similar to the In the House, the way he's drawn.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It is.
So I'll allow it.
Yeah. Yeah. So coming soon, an episode about the respect that Figment deserves.
That Figment deserved.
And we will really get into the meat of that issue because it's important.
Oh my
and
God.
It's
we
important,
should-
and it's something we all agree on, which we can come together as a family to discuss
Exactly.
Figment respect.
All right. So first up, we are going to talk about Halloween. So a couple weeks ago, or actually more like a month ago now, Disney released like the halfway to Halloween information, and they talked about they're bringing Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party back.
Yep.
No surprise there. And it kind of sounds like that's really all they're doing for Halloween, right? I mean, I'm not missing anything, right, gals? Like, I haven't heard anything.
No, there really wasn't anything like special that was
No.
like released.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll do probably like if you're a Trader Sam's person, I'm sure they'll do a Halloween mug.
Yes.
And then I'm sure there'll be. I know they don't do like any pumpkin carvings. There'll be a couple new snacks probably for the party, but
Yeah, and maybe a new like sipper or popcorn bucket.
Oh
which,
yeah.
I
That's
mean,
true.
that would be nice.
They had the
But-
Donald candy corn sipper last year.
He was adorable.
He
I
was
love him.
so cute. It does seem like they kind of keep. They can't really gauge when they make merchandise like how much is gonna sell, and so
Yeah.
they brought back the Mickey Mummy like a few times now, and I love the Mickey Mummy. Don't get me wrong,
Me
he's an
too.
icon, but I would love to see other characters.
Mm.
Like I, for instance, am a huge fan of like Pooh and Tigger in their pirate costumes, and I
Yeah.
think that would make a really cute like sipper popcorn bucket duo.
That would
Yeah.
oh my God, that'd be so cute.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
So
I would love to see that.
I'd love to see more designs. I feel like they're kind of really still 2 years later pushing Mickey Popcorn Bucket, and I'm like, come on.
They are.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like we definitely need updated designs, but I'm still happy with like the Haunted Mansion stuff that comes out. Like I still like their collections that they do. I need it to be a little different.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's hard after you've been to like Disneyland, like Oogie Boogie Bash, like. Disneyland throws up Halloween on the park, which is very funny because we could do.
It's amazing.
I think we actually have on our list a whole episode of just Halloween outside of the parks or Halloween outside of the parties.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing: David didn't like that. Like he didn't like that he couldn't just experience Disneyland; that he had to experience Disney Halloween. And I loved it because you didn't
I
have to
also
buy a
loved
party
it.
at all to experience Disneyland Halloween. Like the ride layovers were still there, all the decorations were still there. And outside of Magic Kingdom, when you're in Disney World, you do not feel like it's Halloween.
No.
Yep.
If you're not in
No.
Magic Kingdom, you're not seeing Halloween other than the merchandise. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
No,
so
'cause
yeah, I would
Epcot
love
will
to.
have,
I
like,
just love to see some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Epcot mainly
Fresh.
focuses on Food and Wine Festival that, starting in July, really. They don't decorate.
Kills me.
Hollywood
when they
Studios
start
doesn't
with
really do
wine.
anything.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm super excited about Halloween. Like we're all Halloween
Yes,
girls,
I'm
so
hype.
yeah,
Yeah,
And they
we're
I'm
always
Halloween
have
excited.
girls, and I
a lot
love
of fun
that.
things the resorts do, like the little parade at Wilderness Lodge and everything.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
cute. I just, yeah, Halloween I feel like is just such a missed opportunity. Not even in terms of, I know a lot of people maybe aren't allowed to celebrate Halloween and stuff, but I think it's just a fun opportunity to see characters as other characters. And we don't get a lot of, as Florida residents, it might be different for people out of state if you're not a Halloween person, but really visiting Magic Kingdom is the only way for it to feel like fall
Yeah,
because it is still really hot here in October.
Yeah.
So if you visit Magic Kingdom, you're like, it's fall, like things are orange and red and green, but I mean, and yellow, but like if you leave the park, your palm trees are
Yeah.
still green. They're still nothing. We
yeah.
just don't get fall.
They do have like fall festivals around Orlando and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, those are very limited. You have to be off on a weekend.
Yep.
Like if you're someone that works, in the industry and you're working all weekend, like you don't get to experience
No, I
that.
never get
So
to
Right.
go. Yeah.
yeah, so it is nice that like Magic Kingdom does have that spot for you to go
Yeah.
to be like, this is fall.
I think it's like the
Um,
one time of year I love Magic Kingdom, actually.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I love Magic Kingdom all year round, but I love
Yeah.
it more during fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I would like to see more Halloween stuff available, like not behind a paywall, like not just through the
Yes.
party. And I mean, to an extent, they do that at Magic Kingdom. Some of the food is available
Yeah.
right during the day, but like if you want to see the characters dressed up as other things, then you really
Yeah.
have to go to the party. And I think it would be nicer to kind of,
To have a couple of them out. Like I completely understand the
yeah,
rare characters like Jack and Sally, all right, like you want to hold them for the
yes,
party. But
Yeah,
like
I
a
get that.
few would be so great. And then also like just like you said about the paywall, like it's a hefty
it's a
price and
hefty
then your
price tag,
only
especially for
other
a family.
option.
Like, oh my
Yes. And your
God.
only other option for Halloween in Orlando would be Horror Nights. And if you're not a spooky person, you're not going to Horror Nights, and Horror Nights is not for your whole family.
Yeah, no, I couldn't
So
bring my
Yeah.
kids to that. So it's like
no.
not so scary is
Yeah.
really our only option. And I mean, the tickets, we are going on like a cheaper night this year in August
Okay.
just because of the way our schedule worked out. And luckily
Yeah.
it worked out. We could go on a cheaper night, but it was still like 400 something dollars for one. Like
It's
that
chunk.
is a lot
It's a
of
lot.
money. That's a
Um,
Yep.
lot.
Kristen, have you ever taken your kids to SeaWorld at Halloween?
We
Oh.
have not. We don't have SeaWorld passes, but it's funny you mentioned that because when my husband and I were having lunch before, he was actually watching something about SeaWorld. And he's like, we know we really should consider getting SeaWorld
The
passes.
I will say the Halloween event at SeaWorld, there's a Universal style one, the Halloween Horror
Yeah.
Nights. There's one that's that style, but there's also one that's a Mickey's Not So Scary style.
Yeah.
But the Mickey's Not So Scary style is free. It comes with your
Mm.
admission. You don't have to
What?
pay you don't pay extra for it. You just have to go on a night that it's offered. So it's usually offered like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, typically, and you walk into the park and the whole park is Halloween. And
Wait, that's cool. I didn't know
yeah,
that.
the characters are dressed up as Halloween characters. They have a Halloween parade in Sesame Street Land. They have trick or treating. They have like different people dressed up as like fun fish and witches and goblins, and it's
Yeah.
really, really cool. So that is a nice
Yeah,
option
that's a
for
good option
people.
for families, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really fun. I love it. Every year, that's honestly the reason I have the annual passes is for their Halloween and their Christmas stuff because both of them are so fun.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've
good
always
to
just
know.
kind of wished too for the Halloween event. One thing that's very hard for me, and it might be easier at other parks, is that for me for Disney World, when you're paying that price, I want to do everything. I want to
Yeah.
meet Jack and Sally. I want to meet Oogie Boogie. I want to see the Sanderson Sisters stage show. I want to see the fireworks. I want to ride the ride layovers like Space Mountain in the dark, but I still
Yes.
want to ride rides because you want to take advantage of the low weights. And then I
Right.
want to eat all the snacks, and then I will not leave without seeing Boo to You. So it's like the
You can't
parade.
do it all.
You can't. You cannot do it all in the 5 hour time limit they give you. And so,
No.
like, if it was open until like 3 or 4 a.m., like, right, you could do more, but it's not. And not only that, but I went in 2019 to Mickey's Not So Scary. I went in September. And you can, the pictures of me, I literally sweated off my mustache. I was painted green for Gamora, and my mustache was sweated off. But it took us 2 hours to get back to the car.
Yeah.
So we actually left the park when the party closed at midnight, and we did not get back to the car till 2 a.m. And we were
Yeah.
supposed to do Dapper Day the next day, and like, oh my god, gosh, it took so long to get home. And so it just was kind of a damper at the end of the night. And it goes back to wishing that other parks also had more Halloween to consume, just because, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's very difficult with Magic that you can't do everything in the night when you're paying such a high price. But I do think that the trick or treating is one of the best things, just because in the environment we live in today, not all neighborhoods are great to trick or treat in. And I think that's one of the best things about Not So Scary is that all the trick or treating stations I think are so
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. And then I will say with SeaWorld also, so you said trick-or-treating stations. So pre-COVID, it was like Magic Kingdom where they just drop the candy in your bag. Now, since after COVID, they actually made these like tubes that
Yes, I've seen them.
in
That's
there's a
so
person
fun.
standing in a box and there's two tubes and they throw the candy down the tube so you catch it in your bag.
I want to
So it's
catch candy
really
out of a
cool.
tube.
Yeah, it's really cool. So it's like an experience, but you're also not like touching all everyone's
Yeah.
candy and all of
Yeah.
that. People aren't reaching into the candy jar, so it's very sanitary, which is
Mhm.
really
Yeah, that
nice.
is nice.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's cool. There's, like I said, there's a lot of really fun perks. You just gotta find them.
Right.
Cool.
Right. So
Well,
yeah,
I
I think
also
Halloween we'll
yeah.
see. Like I said, we don't know everything
Yeah.
yet. You know how Disney is. They don't exactly like release all the information. So
No.
I think I'm hoping for like a cool sipper, a cool popcorn
Yeah.
bucket, and
Yeah.
then, maybe
It's the
just
least we could. It's the least we could ask for.
yeah, like the
Yeah.
bare minimum. I'd also like to see something. We'll talk about Christmas next, but they have like the Christmas tree stroll in Disney Springs for Christmas,
Springs.
which is a really fun free thing that you can do.
Yes.
I'd like to see something in Springs that's the same for Halloween, like a jack-o'-lantern,
Yeah.
Oh,
something
that would be so
I
cute.
would
went to
be
this place called Peddler's Village in Pennsylvania, and they have like a scarecrow crawl. And I took a bunch
Yes.
of video. I think there's actually, if you go way back on our niche,
On niche,
yeah.
yeah.
on me, there is a reel of this, which we can link it in the stories. Really old, like when we first started our company. But there's themed scarecrows, and a lot of them were Disney, and then people vote. But we could do that with, I mean, Disney could do that with pumpkin carvings, and
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
for every holiday, they do these amazing chocolate sculptures and gingerbread sculptures, and there's no pumpkin carving in the
Yeah.
hotel.
It seems like they do there is a hotel or there is something that has pumpkins. I'm trying to think where it is.
Is it
Grand?
Is it at the
Lodge?
Is it the
Grand?
Grand? I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't think
I might
so.
be mixing that up with something, but I just feel
East
like
Their
if that's
Wilderness Lodge is the only one that does like a big thing, but it's
yeah.
because the guests do it.
I just feel like that's a missed opportunity on Disney's part. Like they should have some sort of free thing for Halloween, like a scarecrow crawl, a pumpkin, something. And they have, let's face it, they have the means to make amazing, fake
Yeah.
carved pumpkins. Do it
They
once,
do.
and then you have them for years to come, Disney, and like plant them all over Springs, and that would be a really cool family friendly thing to do.
Yeah.
On a
Well, when we
weekend.
release, yeah, when we release all of our Halloween designs, you can take it anywhere you want. So you can
Yes.
have all the Halloween all year
All
round.
year
I don't
round.
care if you're wearing a Halloween shirt to the Christmas party. By all means,
Yeah,
have so
I'm
much fun.
more of a
excited for it.
Halloween person than a Christmas person. So like
Same.
Nightmare Before Christmas is my aesthetic from pretty much August through like the beginning of January. So
Yes.
Same.
that's what I would do.
It's
I would
fine.
show up to the Christmas party in like a full on Halloween thing. Be
Yeah.
like, "Whoop,
Mm-hmm.
spooky Christmas."
Absolutely.
So, all right, let's get into Christmas. So they released a lot of information and
A lot
A
of
lot.
But
information.
it's really big because we have not, I mean, it's exactly what we were talking about with Halloween. There is only one park for these extra parties other than after hour events, and that is Magic Kingdom. And Magic Kingdom has always been the place for holiday parties. And so what they announced is major.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we know it's so they can make more money, but it's it's major in terms of from a consumer aspect.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. But yeah, it's going to be called Jollywood Nights. So that's going to be incredible. It's at Hollywood Studios, which I'm so excited about. It is one of my favorite parks for the holidays because they always decorate so nice for Christmas.
Yeah,
Like
They do.
the entire place is just, it's beautiful. But yeah, so for Jollywood Nights, they're doing a whole bunch of stuff. They're doing a Nightmare Before Christmas sing along with characters and puppets. That's going to be at the Frozen Theater. I know,
I
it
know.
sounds amazing. They're doing a Tip Top Club at Tower of Terror. It's going to be a themed ghostly cocktail hour at the courtyard at Tower of Terror.
love it.
I know. A jazz lounge and piano bar at the Brown Derby. There's going to be some characters with new Christmas costumes, which will be really cool. Muppet Stage Show is going to be a new stage show with the Muppets, which, Kristen, I'm sure you're super thrilled about. That'll be fun. They're going to be Incredibles. They're going to be doing meet and greets and a party. There's a 90s characters section. It's going to have Powerline Max with Phineas and Ferb. There's a Latin holiday street party, themed food,
What?
and Jingle Bell Jingle Jam, which is returning this year, which is the fun laser projection show. So this is going to be an incredible
Yeah,
event. It's very Hollywood glam style, which
I
I'm
love that.
so excited about. I love that.
Yeah.
I am. I'm excited about it. I think my first takeaway from watching the coverage that Disney posted and then hearing you talk about it is that it's
Yeah.
definitely geared toward our generation. And so
Yeah.
I can list a couple points. But so like the Muppets, right? Yes, kids love the Muppets now, but it is going through like a comeback right now.
It
Yeah.
You have
is.
the Muppets, the '90s section with Phineas and Ferb
Well,
and
was
Max, the
Phineas and Ferb the
cocktail party.
90s though? I feel like that
No,
wasn't
it's
the
like
90s.
2000. I don't know why
2000s.
Yeah,
they
I
named
don't.
it that, but you gotta let them
I'm
follow
gonna
the
let it
rules.
slide, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep my eye
It's
on
fine.
that
It's
situation.
not. It's not 90s
Yeah.
because I remember it coming on when I was like in I think like middle school too.
Yeah.
The cocktail lounge, the jazzy hour. It seems like this party is very toward almost like the older clientele.
Yes, it's
Oh yeah.
And while I
definitely
would
more
love to
geared towards adults.
yes, and I would love to think that Disney's doing that like yay to make us happy, but I think it comes from a couple's perspective. Operational wise, it's gonna get maybe some of your adult clientele out of Magic Kingdom and free up more space for families. But also, obviously, they can sell another ticket. Um, but aside from like just making money, again, operationally, it's going to be very easy to say like, all right, we know that we want like this one, like the Magic Kingdom party doesn't have alcohol. Now we can upsell alcohol. You can do so much more,
I
and
mean,
everyone's going to be excited about it because
yeah,
I don't
they're
know.
doing a cocktail party that's Tower of Terror themed.
Now,
I
Yeah,
mean, we've been talking about that
I
forever.
know.
I
yeah,
wish
Yes,
I wish it was at
yeah.
the top of Tower of Terror instead of on the courtyard,
literally been
but
saying that for years.
Mm-hmm.
so long.
Is it an
But I'm so
extra?
excited.
Is it like a dessert party thing, the cocktail hour, or is it going to be included, or
That's
we
what I
don't know
don't know.
yet?
They didn't
We don't know.
specify. I would assume that it's included, only because they listed it like in
Yeah.
the general details. They didn't say it was extra because the party's already extra. The tickets range from 159 to 179 just depending on the night. So it's already a pretty penny to
I think that's
go.
hefty for stu. I don't know.
It's a little pricey for sure. I mean, I hope to see annual pass holder discounts or
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wonder.
some sort of discount on top of that. They didn't release any of that yet, but I would assume it's all not not the drinks are included, but I assume
yeah.
the actual event
Yeah,
is included
going.
in
You
it.
just have to pay for your
I guess for
drink.
me, part of the reason I feel
Correct.
like it's so hefty is because I consider right now Hollywood to be a smaller park, and a lot of the
Yep.
rides there just aren't necessarily rideable for me. So for me, it does seem like a chunk, but I guess you wouldn't, if you're going to this party for the first year that it's available, you're not going for the ride. So
No.
No. And
I guess it's okay.
it does sound like there's a lot to do. So it does sound like,
Plus, there's no
you
Toy
know,
Story though,
yeah, no, they didn't say anything about Toy Story. They're
or
still going to
Star
have the
Wars.
Toy Story projections on the Tower of Terror. So they did say that. But nothing like Toy Story Forward, which I did kind of find weird. Maybe they'll
Yeah,
surprise
who
us with
knows?
it.
Like Star Wars inclusion would be really cute to hang like Christmas lights on Chewie or something. Like
I don't know how they
they could
would
find
do
ways.
that and like keep the integrity of that area, but
Maybe
I mean, they could.
maybe they're
They do
not
it in
allowed.
Pandora.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do in Mando. So I don't know, but it could be cute. But I will say I'm excited that they are having fresh content
Yes.
Yeah.
for that. And also, I mean, if anyone's been to the parks during Christmas, like it is incredibly packed. And the holiday
Yeah.
parties, the past couple of years, I think have sold out. Christmas parties. I mean, I remember I've gone to the parks and it'll say like the party tonight's sold
Yeah.
out.
Wow.
Probably at least always on the weekends, and the closer you get to Christmas, the more often they're sold out.
Oh yeah.
So I still think they will definitely sell Magic to that capacity that they're selling it to. But I think it's awesome that if you miss that, you may have another option to take your family to, because obviously it's Disney, it's still going to be family friendly, even though it's geared,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, you know.
I personally, like, I was saying this to Jessie the other day. If I had to choose, which oftentimes I do because the budget just simply does not allow for all of these after hour
If
crazy
Kristen could
events.
go to everything, she'd
Yeah,
be
like you cannot do anything. So normally it's like do I want to go to the Christmas party or the Halloween party? I find that there's more to do at the Halloween party, so that's generally where like we go as a family.
Okay.
I went with my mom and me went to the Christmas party last year. She had never been, and like we just she wanted to go, so we went, and it was fun. But I felt like the energy was a little bit like slower than the Halloween
It
party
is.
without the trick or treat. I feel like they didn't do like how at the Halloween party they do like the projections on the ground too. They have
Yeah.
like the Mickey bat, and then it says Mickey's not so scary on the ground, like all over the place. They didn't really do that at the
Okay.
holiday
Yeah.
party. So
Because
I
I was gonna
feel
ask, like,
like
why do you think it's less? Because I mean, when you look at the Christmas party, they have like the free hot chocolate, the cookies.
yeah,
Like, why do you,
and
and they
there's
have
only
drinks?
like
So,
four locations to get the hot chocolate and the cookies, so it's
okay.
not like there's a ton of that going on. So the focus for the Christmas party, I felt really was like ride those rides, right? Because there's
Ah,
not as many
okay.
people. It really wasn't the trick or treating and the extra entertainment. It was like yeah, the parade and the snow on Main Street is nice, but then ride those rides because this is your chance to
Ah,
do it without the blazing heat of the Florida sun on you.
Correct.
So
okay.
that was that. But I like that. So like I think now that I don't know, this one just sounds like there's so much more
Like
to
more.
do. So
It
like
does.
I wonder if now like they're gonna up the ante at Very Merry and be like, okay, well there's stuff here too, or if they're just gonna let it ride and try to push traffic to the new one. And the new one is only 10 parties too. It's only
Oh,
10.
It's
So that
it's limited.
sucker is gonna
that's the first year.
sell like
Fast.
fast.
I think it's gonna sell out. I really do. I mean, like I said, like I want to believe they're doing it to give consumers stuff fresh, but I definitely think they're doing it because of how well Christmas sells. And we've seen, I mean, we just people keep coming back to Disney. We see how busy it is. So,
The after hours events at Hollywood Studios too, they all sold out. So I think that that was probably also what gave them the push to do it was like, listen, people
Yeah.
want to be at Hollywood Studios. They do.
they
Yeah.
all the
And
new rides are there. Like you want, but you don't want to spend 75 minutes of your day. And if you have young ones, you can't get them through all the rides in Hollywood Studios with those kind of waits.
Nope.
So I see how
yeah.
the after hours events help with that, for
And that's
sure.
the thing, like I love Hollywood Studios and I love going there to just even walk around, but I can't tell you the last time I rode a ride there
Yeah.
without a lightning
Yeah,
lane.
you can.
Yep,
Only because there's 75, 85 minute waits. Sometimes they're
everything.
Yeah.
120 for Tower of Terror. And like I absolutely love Tower of Terror, but I'm not waiting 120 minutes for it. Like
No.
there's no way.
No.
And a lot of the times like I go by myself and I don't want to wait there by myself for 120 minutes. Like
No.
no, it's just not
Yeah.
happening.
And
So
I will say,
those
like, okay, you said it was 159, right?
159 is the starting
Yeah.
price.
Okay, so let's say we take that price but we look at a ticket. So I think a day ticket right now is up to 135 if you're out of state on a
Something like
cheap
that.
day. So 135 per person for your family, and you buy everyone Genie Plus on a busy day, so that's $30 per person. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So that's another 120,
Yeah.
and on top of your 135, so you've bought Genie Plus. But then you also have to think about like your food and all that. So would it behoove you to maybe enjoy your resort during the day with your
Exactly.
family, and then buy the party ticket and just prioritize rides and a little bit of holiday? Like, does
Right.
that make more sense for families who are traveling
Yeah.
here?
Jesse and
I
I,
think it just
Maybe.
depends.
yeah, we talked about that
Yeah,
last
I think it
night. Like,
depends.
when does it pay to spend the day at your resort and do an after hours
And
event
buy the party.
as opposed to like
Yeah.
spend that money on the day ticket and forego the after? Like, there's a,
Because if you're spending that money on your day ticket, you're not enjoying your resort. You're getting home,
yeah,
you're finding
Exhausted.
food, and you're knocking out. There's,
Yeah.
yeah,
like you've
Yeah.
lost the resort time, and you're still paying upwards of $500 a night at your
Right.
resort. So,
And I think it just depends for people like what they want to experience. So for Hollywood Studios, when I go to Hollywood Studios, I'm a show person. I want to experience the Frozen sing along. I want to experience Indiana Jones. And those are two things right there off the bat you're not going to get with a holiday party because
okay.
those things are going to be switched around different,
yeah.
not
They'll
going
use the
on.
space
So
for
you kind of
something
have to
else.
yeah, you have to weigh those pros and cons like, hey, do I want to see this and this and this or do I want to see this and this and this?
Like
So,
what's on your fit? If rides are the most important,
Right.
then yeah. Like if
right.
shows are, yeah.
Yeah, same with after hours events. Like if this is what your top priority is, you want the low wait times. Guardians was a 15-minute wait when we did the Epcot after hours. Like
That's
it was
wild.
just,
And
if you want to
Ratatouille.
Yeah, we walked
yeah,
right
and
on
Ratatouille,
Ratatouille.
we walked right on. And that's the thing. So if you want those kind of, ride times and there's no crowds and You're not getting beat by the sun because the sun is hot.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting beat by the sun. You weigh your pros and cons and just kind of see how that goes. If a Christmas party is something that interests you over like a daytime, you
Yeah.
have to see what's available at which location at what
Yeah.
time. If you want the park food, because you're not going to get the park
Right.
food at a Christmas party.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know,
That's the thing too, is I think a lot of families come here for that Christmas vacation, and they have this kind of idea in their heads that it's going to be this like very magical,
Magical.
everything's
yeah,
going to go the right way, and you're going to get these amazing moments with your family. And yes, that's going, you have to make
you
that
will
You
get
happen.
get those.
those.
You can have
You get
that,
those.
but
Yeah.
you need, in order to have that, you need to understand that everybody else is here trying to have the same experience, and it's going to be crowded, and it's going to be hot. So it's like, do you, this
Yeah.
might sound a little funny, but like, do you throw money at that problem by going to an after hours event, like to kind of take away a little bit of the heat and the crankiness and the
Yeah.
crowd, so like you can more easily have that really idealized holiday experience? Or do you just like
Yeah,
dive in and you're doing it and you're gonna make it happen no matter what and do it? So
Yeah.
again,
yeah,
it's up to you and your family,
yeah.
what,
How
I
you
yeah,
want
mean,
it.
what's important to you, what's in your budget. Like I said, my family,
and
we
that's the
don't
thing.
have the budget for a Christmas party and a Halloween party. It's just that
No.
ain't
It's a
it.
lot.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. It's like just again, weigh your pros and cons and just kind of see what fits best for you. Either way, you have to come and see the holidays because the holidays are just
They're gorgeous. Yeah.
it is
amazing
fun.
at Disney. Like Halloween, Christmas, just all blended together. It's just all great.
And
Or
I do
if you
think
come like, right between
you
Halloween
can kind
and
of
the
catch,
Christmas,
yeah, the both.
you get the
Yeah.
Get the both.
switch
Yeah.
and
The Switch is nice. I think it does also sound, one thing I will say is that like Jollywood Nights does sound like, if you don't want all Christmas, it sounds like it might be like a mix. You're not going to necessarily, like, this
it's
year
not.
they do have a lot more Hanukkah representation
Yes.
with merchandise, which is awesome.
Yes.
But it does sound like maybe if Hanukkah or is your holiday or you don't celebrate either in something else, that Jollywood Nights may appeal more to you because it's not just Christmas. You have that cocktail party, you have the nightmare before. So it's a way to experience
Yeah.
maybe some of the like holiday magic, if not just for the colors, the fake snow, while getting away
Yes.
from like the very, because the very Merry Christmas party is exactly what it sounds like.
Christmas.
It is very Christmas, and at Epcot you have you have different storytellers and fun stuff,
Just
but
all the
their main show,
holidays.
Candlelight, is the story of Jesus being born. So
Right.
I think Jollywood Nights sounds like it's going to offer more of a middle ground, which is really
Yes.
exciting as well. It might be, more broad for consumers, so I think that's awesome too.
I'm super excited for it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it sounds like just enough spooky to go with my Christmas, and that's really what I
Yeah.
need in my
Yes.
life.
The Hollywood glam, they're not putting, like, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, they're not putting it necessarily, it's not called a Christmas
Like,
party.
I
Yeah.
feel like could go in like a dark red dress with
Yeah.
with like my Halloween tattoos, but like a Christmas hat, and it's like I got the nice level of like Hollywood glam and spooky vibes with a little bit of Christmas
You could
sprinkle.
throw like the Jessica Rabbit dress
I was
on
just
and some
gonna
Yes.
say, yeah,
heels,
that would be a good
and
thing.
you'd be like set. That's what I mean.
Amazing.
Like, it's not just like
Yeah.
wearing your wreath and your gingerbread. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a really exciting thing about
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah. Me too.
So one last topic before we sign off. What would you like to see at this? We'll put a poll in stories for you guys, but we're gonna answer that question now. Like, what do we want to see at this party? Like, what if we could pick the perfect stuff for us? What would it be included in this
At
party?
Jollywood Nights.
Yeah, like what characters would you want to see? Like, what would you want the characters dressed up as? Like, what does it entail?
I'm really hoping. So, just kind of how I said, like, give me a little spooky with a little bit of Christmas. They said that the characters are going to be in new Christmas outfits. I'm all about a new outfit. I don't care what holiday it is, give me a new outfit. If they put Mickey in, like, a really dapper, like, almost dark red suit or something.
that'd be cool.
cute, like classy Santa from The Office.
Yes.
Like the
Right. Yeah.
that
Like,
would be, yeah.
honestly, or if they put Goofy in a Tower of Terror outfit and stick him at the ghostly party, I might just like have a heart attack and just pass
I
away.
think any of those
See,
characters
okay,
dressed
but
like
at Oogie Boogie Bash, right? You can meet Ghosts of Christmas Past,
yes,
like Goofy, and they should bring that. You already have
Absolutely.
the outfit. You already
God.
have. I've seen it on people's Instagrams.
You
I
gave
have a
me
picture.
goosebumps.
yeah.
You already have it. Just bring it. Bring it here.
Send them this way.
Oh
Throw them
my,
on an airplane. Let's go. Come on.
Thank you. Throw him on an
wow.
airplane. See, Jessie,
Wow.
I helped your
I
idea.
personally
Yes.
would like to see, yes, absolutely, those characters from the Mickey Christmas
Yes.
Carol. 100%, yes, do it. And I'm going to say this like a million times over every podcast we do, so you're going to get tired of hearing me say it. But I would really like to see some rare characters.
Rare.
Rare, and I'm talking like Roger Rabbit, Darkwing Duck. Like, they're there. I know they're there because I've seen them with my
They
own
have
two
them.
eyes. Like, I look back on pictures from when I was a kid, and I have all these pictures with like Friar Tuck and like all these Robin Hood characters and the White Rabbit, and so many of these characters that like you just don't see anymore. So,
Yeah.
like, can we? I mean, like, you want to make me happy? Get Roger Rabbit out there with a Santa hat on. I would die. I would never ask for anything
So would
again.
Jake.
Like,
Jake would freak.
give me something like that. You want to sell? Listen, like I said, the family budget does not allow for these things. But if I find out that there's like a rare character there, I will sell a
You're
kidney.
going.
I will do what I need to
That's
do
you.
because like you don't get those opportunities, and I think fine, put it behind a paywall, I don't care, but give us those opportunities to see some of those rare characters. Again, you want to appeal to my generation? Give me those characters
Hmm.
from Disney Afternoon. Give me that stuff, and we will, my generation will
And
pay
we'll
for it.
go.
We will go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
listen up, Disney. You want our money.
There you go.
This is the
The
way.
thing, literally, the thing that I'd like to see, I have two. My first one is more ride layovers because
Yeah.
I know they're possible, and especially like with Slinky Dog, there's just stuff you can add, like riding through it, or there's um, like railway, or even like I can think of little things they could do kind of throughout the park. They could change Star Tours. You could add like you go, I don't know, right? More ride layovers. I don't know that that's doable in studios, but just in general.
I mean,
And
I
then
feel like
specifically,
it's doable with like Toy Story
it
pretty
is. And
easily.
then specifically for studios, I this is a weird one, right? I would love a walkthrough experience that's really, really detailed. That's really like holidays, or as I said, we don't get a lot of
Like Osborne Family Lights.
like Osborne Family Lights. I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to say it. Like Osborne Family Lights, but you know how Gaylord does like the ice thing.
Mm.
I think you could take okay, or how they close the Canada Circle Vision and make it like an area to hang out. I think they could easily do that with the Cars area and make it like a really cool either ice walkthrough or
Yeah.
like tree walkthrough where it smells like Christmas trees, or even just or and in that area have like crafts for purchase that I could buy. I'm a very hands-on person, and I'm someone who doesn't love rides, but I do love entertainment. In there you could have
Me
like
too.
snowflake stilt walkers. You could have like you could take that area and just make it an amazing area to hang out, but with a cool walkthrough experience. So that's what I would love to see. Just something immersive that families, if they don't want to be in lines for what either characters or rides
Yeah.
or be
Yeah.
at a show, that they can enjoy on their own time schedule. Because there's one thing that I hate on vacation, it is just how much Disney makes people stick to a time schedule and make reservations ahead of time. So, and I am the planner, so for me to say that is a big thing. But yes, I
Yeah.
would love an area that is holidays throwing up on you that you can enjoy on your own time. So,
See, and that's what I love about when it comes to the holidays at Universal and SeaWorld because they do have areas like that
you can
that
walk through,
they
yes,
have walkthroughs, they have stilt walkers, they have
yep,
people dressed up as snowflakes and all these
yes.
things and you don't really see that at Disney.
Mm.
It's like they're very
Uh-uh.
character forward and by character forward I mean they just put like Mickey and Minnie in a
Like, give me
Christmas
more
outfit.
entertainment. Give
Yeah.
me more, like, kids
Hire
love stilt
people
walkers.
to
Give me,
bring the entertainment.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I love the entertainment. And that's why like it is nice having all the theme parks around us because you do get to experience different things, which is
Yes.
great. But I think if Disney just gave it a little bit more of that push towards like the equity entertainment, we
Yes.
would we would get more of that feedback that we're really really wanting.
Yeah, and just having those interactions for kids
Yeah.
and stuff in parks, like
Yeah.
not it doesn't need to be a character for a kid to be like this. If a
Whoa.
costume is cool, like oh my god, I want to pick this. Is so cool, and they'll
Yeah.
talk and like entertainers love that. Performers love those interactions, and you
Yeah.
don't have to be behind a fur character or with a Merida wig on to have those. And I
Yep.
think that it's just something Disney could take such advantage of,
I agree.
and they don't. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I would love.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've solved all of Disney's holiday problems, so
Yeah, we did
we
it.
did it.
Problem
We've
solved.
did it.
done.
Look at
So we
us.
laid the blueprints. All Disney has to do is follow it.
We'll just tag them a bunch when we post
Yeah.
this and be
And
like,
there you
here you
go.
go.
Here you go.
I'm like,
Done. Solved. Check.
We got this for
Got
you.
it.
you got it.
But yeah, we will definitely throw some polls in stories. So head over to the Niche Collective Instagram page. That's the.niche.collective and vote on all of this stuff and let us know what you guys want to see because I don't know, the holidays are everybody's different, right? Like what family wants to do, what another family wants to do. So tell us because we're interested and a lot of that feedback goes to kind of determine new podcast episodes and new designs and all of that
Yep.
stuff. So thank you so much for joining us today. It was awesome.
Thank
I
you
hope
for
you enjoyed this
listening.
episode, and we will see you guys next week with a brand new topic.
Yeah, thank you
Bye.
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.